the Ghana Komono e di abro nti said ye da ye hyehye no no sa pepepe e na nen so ye hyehye no na emu beye ni kan fi se ye benya long weekend nti ye kina wo ko a na wadi wudwa yi fi se dwada nya de a ubepie ana why wadwen se ubepie ubeji wani wetumi agi wani but workaholics and untumi nkwa adwuma efi se dwada 23rd September a statutory holiday na Minister for the Interior Mr. Ambrose Terry de atudwa se memenda 21st September Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Day na sense da no asi memenda na ankasa no na fofida ana homeda ma yen weekend ninti mampeni His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ejina executive instrument so de ahyese edwoada yenyina yenkai se hure day ti yenkai day na yenhome na benada yemfa hoden anigye eni awokeka foforo emre adwuma nti dwoada republic statutory holiday Ejada is statutory holiday sanity. Mami fan krata ni na mo video bi oho no mo a pese me bocho na hu se science san curriculum mo a Adekye de pa ubenya kasa be we akwada uko school fi se u teacher ebema school ayede. Daily Graphic and pay report flawed government punches holes in Auditor General's finding, then families are free to seek second opinion on DNA results. Acting IGP says so. Enti ebusuane se ye kan ebusuan sisi ya tadi enkwada mayoa ennan me nsa na ate won ho ebusuan no ka se won mo pese won anso ede na nkasa no ekọ asipiti foforo na baby omo ankasa akoma to won yem sa hade ye jihadi ye pese ye koya IGP se obetumi de na nkasa na ma won kwan eda fom. Voters register exhibition extension fails to improve patronage. Ghana for no ye betwi ye ni edide ni duwa eno ni asem no. Back page of the Daily Graphic, locals take over Koforidua affordable housing. It's being abandoned for 10 years. Now we no pillars pekra ni esisi she ni ho she mfonyini yidie and I will say there no no pillars pen na mi hu ayibia wo mbako a ewa akire no na say no ya boso but akadiaka empoma ne apono ni ho obi mpa obi pe wo matidie nanso so obi mpa obi pe be simura ma pro de o manfo no so mo pom be ye ni ye no o matenem akua Ghana sika no no ni obi adea ti etimi shigu saa. 2 UEW campuses merge into new university. Yedru hono mo akosua ebeboso ede amai. The Chronicle, before confirmation of Tadi girl's death, how informants sent police on wild goose chase. Then, stop crucifying Mamitiwa, Tadi girls' families. Omokra homakebiama CID boss. And it said, yeah, Oman for the mami airport seno adoso na abanisa. Daily Guide, Takrady girls disclosed DNA report. 5 Yemenis arrested over breaches. PPA boss wants public hearing. And then second suspect in Otum Force Chief Meda detained. Don't discourage education minister. And then Okaikwe South MP outdoors self-made road machines. Daily Guide and fully loaded. Ghanaian Times, terrorist attacks in West Africa. 11,400 die in 4 years. Thousands injured, millions displaced. And then Finance Ministry to challenge Auditor General over Kroll and Associates $1 million payment. Ghana to ban single-use plastics is a question that Ghanaian Times is asking. But if I'm to answer, or if I were to answer, I would say no, never. It won't happen. Yebekane yano, but ememu padi, ememu da. CAGD committed to addressing unsolicited text messages. Daily Searchlight, it's here. Ghana to ban polythene bags. Forget it. And yes, I mean your mamba pa, but ye can ya no sa. One more polythene now crab sorry tia. na ade no so I see a pay mpe wa wo de ban so any alternative bia paper bia no de be sha na mu tetimi yesa ya bra afi obehwa na ase aba na say o ya so ya so eden nti afi obehwa no na ase aba yi ABC nti Ghana to ban polythene bags no eyiwani. Writing historical wrongs, Akufo-Addo to probe DK poisons claims, and Nana Boamani sports for Baobeka. The inside torture of journalists, Shraj one security agencies say a yeo Munyadia Mudeyensem Chofui Namoya Jimena. The new crusading guide, don't run down on something. Government cautions NDC says it's unhealthy. Free Zones boss is clean. Staff commend him for transforming Free Zones Authority. Almost usikeni befi wa transforming ho enti omoma no enya kwanye na djuma. Daily Statesman give power to the grassroots or changing champions through decentralization. We enenkrata eneya wade abedja so anopei na sisi ane de Independence Square ehwadwo efise problems na baye no nyame empanyifo anya various solutions ama emuadwo nti esi ayi esukufo no ene ene mo kasa se mokwa mu kwei obia hwe nachi moni afi kana etete no a nkama no mutumi fa afuru kamema no so mo ye agyanom 16 years 15 14 ye goro bra yeye tutuminyem enti wanyi usade bat ye tufu a wote wako school kakra wadwi mu da ho akwala ba ya emwa wo seji se o ma mi kru kra de wo ko Ridge Hospital ekoye o family planning said yen enya adesua na wo kosua jaisa nra me ka cho me se ebe funu ebe dow afa ye de ba na wudwane anopa wia na dwo ahomachi untumi tobu ase na sua wade na hwebre pa mo ma me no mabre ebi mu atete ahwe ebi no mu chese ka wo mo fro ya na dwo wo mo ana se wo mu nya ka nkwanhia dwen ho mo boys no so a condom. Now I'm not saying that condom use is not good, but it is not for you for now. Edia na woje sesi akura sori emu nyedin ha untini mususa nti akwada ba mu a ko school na ko sua de wate ko na ko sua de mo hwe bra ma wofo abre so o mine to school fees na chenwa o mine pese utumi sua de na daache utumi beye opanimpa nanso kura wo ma mi so tu ho anamon. Look at the stress, the pressure. Unyenya placement no unidi uma mi nidi efie ho obi aboto unko a unti echese ye do ye pebibi pabia ma enti unso prebi ma ho. Go to school for one purpose. Go and learn and let the school pass through you. Ye nie ma pass school ne ye nkohye wi nkodi na mfufu achi nkoye chale we nkojame ha jack ye jampe wo ko jampe wo bia no bia ni fie wate nkosua de ehia papa na sisi anu curriculum no mu ayede de ntie mu ayede no mu de mu hwe video ho na mu beti koko snack nas koko snack no mu hwe video ya mu beti ase pacho video number 1 ye obema teacher say esi a new curriculum no yes say de wo chia kwan bia no teacher ni si friend the pedagogue mi si oh adekye ya mi firi mu ache na ma hwe so ache ma missing ye ma pa e wo said de wo ka no nya ka ne tete na omo kire ye kon kura ye hu kon no na ye hu na ni so ye said do quadrangle wu hu quadrangle no kura said ye draw no na wani ayo se ntoto sisi ayi de ye say de wo kire no ye hu sankire ne ma kwada ni hu enye practical. Inti say we wo kire improper fraction mass na said you see man na ya akono
fraction whereby you have the smaller number on top and you have the bigger number down. So this is what we call a proper fraction. So it's an example of what a proper fraction that I am giving to you. Okay? Okay, now I'm bringing this boy down. Okay? Now he's going to carry me on his neck. So let's go down. Carry me. Can he carry me?
No.
Can he carry me?
No.
So this is improper fraction. Do you understand? This is what? Improper fraction. Whereby you have the bigger number on top and then the smaller number down. Okay? Thank you very much. You go.
Say thank you too. One my addition the papa nti nkwada no kra na yi wo mo sere eno sa no wo treasure am still doing proper fraction obekai any count na share the next one madam no so de obonwum no pa uti se curriculum na yesesa mu ne sa school mu be de so kon ado se nkasa bi we akwala o class wo you can just imagine into share the next one. Classroom aye nika enti ma obanu ko school na ho na obi hu se demonstrations ahodo ekoso yansesa curriculum na kawe nyina yenya ako good morning
yaw
ene de order nu nua be ma teacher kojo
oh Mr. Madonna chese unza metia me hwa unza me hwa sa
me so me hwe me screen so
ena me hwa unzo wo screen so
okay
me hwa ha kakra na ma hwa
na wa hwa madam me kakra de na your favorite video no
pa cha o mass de na me nya de nti sa improper
fraction wo ri Jehovah
na achiche
no o che de ye che o chi aboa na o chi bibia
oh okay
so abubu na ubu
achacha
ezi prof monfa TLM ko ka ho monfa TLM ko ka ho ebe ye de pa me sure say curriculum
ebe ye de especially maths unze maths no ya na
papa fraction de what feel there
me feel me ni age ho papa
teacher na ya de said your year no so say 5 pepe keto antimi ntina keto betimi atena kese so na kese antimi ntina keto so wow say mo wati ya why ade
me on say enkwala no esere no mpo no e ma da bia teacher ni ba classroom they would want to learn from teacher no and I said the all children no so omo ani beje ho enti omo bie wo madwenem and then na akam
say no ntina wo mo se o se sesam no na de da bia wo gina board ne so twero no na enhye da fancy
ma teacher de na da bia oba class ani wo mu na o maka
na waka ni say
maka jai maka ni mate fo mu ni mi o mo hwe mi nyina o beka say
ya go say na SS
oh pacho SS pacho
SS mi classmate bi no o stubborn pa Lillian Phillips Efua Efua onu ne papa ye chemistry lecture wo Lagos ti etimi kire na de wo ba teacher ne kire de no ka o say Mr. Omirefi, Papa, no the name be. I think Logarido say, I think you are wrong. Go not share glasses. What you say? No, that's not what my father taught us. My father said it. Teacher Nija, headmistress, he came one time and say, A1, where is your maths teacher? What do you have, maths? Where is your teacher near Tito? Near Coach my minimum. And son or teacher Neko, Casa teacher neighbor. If we are teacher no. Also, no papa, but not your cancer no crew. Later, if we try. If Ali, good morning.
Any nani bodu.
If we school be or okwa enkwala before obekono confidence level was sure.
Yeah.
Enti
and papa ma ususia ni nko ade. Enya de ebe kosa.
Na ne papa ben wo de awo no. Na mama grab it.
No challenging the teacher.
Oh challenging teacher.
Boy, na ne papa na be mark the work na.
The man's name. Obo papa ni de hono no bo teacher din. Is it Mr. Saka? Mr. Saka, I think you wouldn't get that number. Are you sure? Because I have done this over the vacation. No, I hear the glasses ni say. Oh, Lillian
Oh,
Phillips.
yeah.
Good morning to you. 2 weeks near the math teacher. Peter so the son oba watch it. Odi watch into ba mental can papa nantwe dwa yesen we dwa yesen me che onya no wa
hey mental dey me can teacher near friend Mr. Menu class 6 okay mental no ma kan near friend Mr. Menu hey
o hwe kakra
oh mental dey we hwan
bon se wa kai ni din
oh yes
enti Mr. Menu akosi ama wache waboa no but the oye nya o na dwen se ma se no fa nkofa ba otumi de check ni sika enti Mr. Menu ye da wase
okay now Ghana for say when it comes to money issues there
and the etimi check ya ma me mo kra etimi check
omo kra do mo ye good sen ye omo ye good sen
akosi a principal se o twa ye ni gie ni so
okay
if you say no are who sem bi si wo yape bridge ni so cars mienu bo ani say saloon car ba ko na articulator truck ba ko eja to mama saloon car ne de se enipa na ewom o se nipa awom se e ba ko se mi omunim omo ne no an so omo hweja ne hye pa na yare hosem 30 minutes na kwan so nyina hyehyehye anopai alhasan ne betimi a kire se na nipa wom omo yesen ye ba ne sen nti wa ba ahoma ne so Abdul Rashid.
Oh.
Salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. That's far.
Na enra di ara wusem na si wo yape bridge ne so sa no.
Yo ndra area no asama yeti se yape bridge no na Toyota Matrix vehicle near saloon car the free Omasi side ba na tipa truck bisuna and so free Tamale side ba na omushia okwan so na Toyota Matrix no ye overtaking na oye overtaking no olusi control na ode be share tipa truck no nti immediately a crash here no and Toyota Matrix no eja etomu nti ndra na arewo asem ma nipa occupant na omo Toyota Matrix ni na omo share poto. But fortunately for tipper truck, the driver and the mate, no, no dear, omu jina or now no more nam so kakra omoko. And she omu say Matrix ne battle was omokano, omu di omu see enya baby ekot jinaye. And she currently say no area on police aji onomo abo. But unfortunately no crofo 3 na omo Matrix can no. Omunina actually currently police area home investigation.
Hey, nipa se na wo Matrix ni mo.
Na nipa 3 nipa miensa and na wo Matrix on the driver and 2 other passengers. Into omunina unfortunately oma ahwe omonkwan gra. Tie ya sema na currently no cars nina especially saloon car no shipoto untimi enwupi ewoso enti ebo tipa truck no na ebe no enti ehye na de kotale tipa truck nina ehye ya
Nipa 3 na no mo Matrix ni mu nim se omo ye ma na mema na kwada ka ho.
Currently sena nkofu kano sena kano esa share no currently no yentimi the identity of nkofu na no omo kano but eyewitness you know omoka kan no omo say immediately collision no by no so no omo try say ombede ombebwa nkofu but sena kan no omo suspect say maybe a gas car cars na omo de gas issues no because sana no omo dwin say sanka petrol car intimi enshi sa ntem inti omo dwin say sa gas na operate in the system no inti sani pa no you currently no police investigation but intimi bisa ana omo nye PM because the occupant near Bema and mixed gender.
Na said yes, she move betimi ehu car number ne crampo.
And no pon assembly because car number just initial eyewitness na omo no but and na nkofu not until we be intimate because tragic incident na esindwa no obia say na ya ho and say surprise no obia say within that area on sa ebetimi
esi wo bridge ne so pe ana say akakra mo to bridge na watra bridge no
say free yamfa say free Kumasi side eba ubesi bridge ne so kakra but it na according to eyewitness almost say overtaken no all bopi adale no and say bridge near back into faswa and say o take you I mean overtaken now or bound no say tipa track ne but then now we lose control but see bridge no so kakra into utmu kwano so na or try say or apply break into a train or street no so sa edeko sha tipa track no ti usha ugo nyina utmu ka taisa and say assign kwano nyina towards tipa track no it utmu say speed na or kono na nye speed kitwa
Usha direction na onu ofri he na oban because you say opposite direction ti na tipa track na ni kire he e na onu saloon car no so ni chen
na tipa track no onu ofri be a toll booth wono towards the bridge
there be a ni baby a toll booth ne wo enti no ofri Kumasi ko yape
ofri tamalia obeshia toll booth no
okay
sana walk of fro bridge no
okay enti yemfa ne say tipa track ne fi tamale
no side enti ordinary no or the slow movement and or towards the bridge
enti sa no alasan
salon car no
alasan so wo sa no tipa track no ofri tamale e na oba kentampo na Kumasi e na salon car no so free Kumasi e kwa na sa ne pese ehunu no okay okay
enti naturally no so free toll booth no by so we gina etua toll booth enti we slow it down enti na tipa track ne dey on the all slow it down but Toyota Matrix no free bridge no free Kintampo side what track bridge no kakra all the speed ever and all lose control
so sad arehosem
very very sad
mo anyone money boy here that say you they chat asem foforo onyame fa omo kra nsie yi unfortunately so ye hu car number no se nko hu car number na nka ija yetimi aboa na edi atudwa
we improper fraction
you are not serious
no I am but is it a proper sanye proper
Daily Graphic reports flawed government punches holes in Auditor General's findings. The government has challenged findings in the Auditor General's reports that implicated the Ministry of Finance in a $1 million contract irregularity with Kroll Associate, an asset recovery firm. According to the Ministry of Information, Mr. Adekye Nsroma, the claims made by the audit report that the firm had paid money for work not done was factually wrong and inconsistent with the constitutional provisions that allowed for institutions cited for financial infractions to be given the opportunity of a response. At a press briefing held in Accra yesterday, the Information Minister stressed that the contract had no deficiencies or financial irregularities as captured in the Auditor General's report. Yonkwaku.
Daily Graphic and Amede Bakata Fire so miensa assemni bi e wo ho na mo yefiti ase we animu ode onimonyamfo kojo pon kroma osafo hwe amane bosto ode nimfonyini aba beto ha microphone tua na no na asem a wo kan nyina ne se Auditor General's report bi a wode aba no e na wo che se ye chirechire mu manfo ete ase ni nyina no ye ahweye a ehwe sikasem so asem ni nyina ene se adwumakuo a from Kroll Associate
mamenko na ohina ponsan so mayen update na no kwasiada man ba wode efi ashaman eba in the course of the week say kwasiada de be change ada enipa miensa mienu eya wenfo na abemu akra ba ko ka ho a wo mo ekum wo mo no anopai update bi o ohene.
Hello.
Yes, ohene mache.
Yeah, emi nyamba.
Na wo to say.
Nyame adom me hoye na wo so e.
Oh, nyame adom me so me hoye bra Moses.
Estro na de bi mo me de mo fo why.
Bra Moses so be you. You. Na anopai you say update bi o ho.
Yo me nyamba sati ye nyina ye nim na ya teno UTV etoa ye ni dia ye di edi enipa ba fa ya ye omonim ewo assignment eno na ndra ahwefo edeka ye de tumanimu se security for na the police for wo ma the regional police command no once aka CCTV footage anase informing dia exercise da ni pana woni ekwakoti yam papa ene ye nuanam no ebimo no yehu ifoni bia exercise ebetumi abo police for ewo mojihwemu na otimi ehu unipa wokodi sa nyamran samno na enre na nsa besi endra die ni ebetumi ede aka ache ahwefo nyina enese footage ne die benefon aka na mom mini abanye footage a ohwe so anasa infoni na ohwe so abunse asamesini anasa obentini ebom wo enipa mienu ewo eye sa infoni no eso na eno na national security na fence so BNI ababeti eye sa infoni no se ne obroni efre no eye amplify anasa magnification no okwa akohwe na wo hanse anasa wo ye ni se ne be ya enipa wo eye infoni no so no obetini ewu ni UTV ebetimi ede atudwa ne se danipa benu no eka mo asam no ba ku yobi a netinu ogya egusu huja anase waye afru no na ba konso de netinu wacha ba fam kama enu ndino update ayedi be ma ya hwefo anopai a wona wo hwe UTV ni nyina ne se ebenefo ensa kan footage no efi police for aso ye edeko bi na national security one the conference with mo na expert and so ahwe tene be ya june ade ni sie na ade asentino hu enipa no yi na mo one hwe so betimi aye na one amplify visual no na ya hwe se enipa wo so no ebetimi ehu mo yi tene be betimi aboa na nhwu mapanso akoso na se etimi ye na yeyi na yehu se enipa no na kwadu a ewo no na oman no e de sa kwadu no abo sa enipa woni ku enipa basa na emumienu edi 70 years na ba konso edi 35 years just one ku keke na mo akwa bia oyi edi afiri ho no ma omanfo ne edi tumu se bia na wona wo ku no na wode kwakoye ritual na se wode kwakoye nyankomande di mini aba
Oyene said na wo ka semfonyi no animu nheda na ho sa no se omukoye no na wo makata wo manima na se CCTV na enye clear papa
mini amba woni mu se sa asemi si se biensi ewia isi anajo
okay
enu nti no enya ade ya CCTV cameras no betimi ekwechi ana betimi twanfoni ewo echi ana se nipa no wosumu a ebetimi etwa no enu nti shop ne ba ko nia na wo hwe katapreko warehouse no so na CCTV camera no before nsa etimi ekan enu nti esane se ya na nti no CCTV camera no entimi entwani pananu yi na mo no wo hwe mfoni no a wo se nipa yinu na ba no atamisi no wo ni eba ho no a sa how any activity no do trade akoso
mo ohene yenhwe se posi betumi aye ehu bibia
na sania ye ditudwa no police command Echeta regional police command na Asama divisional police command no atudwa wone kirese okuye bi senfa mabu ebo baby anase bibi eti na wodi se dia ne ma kono ebetimi abo won hwemu a bomodian so be to nine aba those no say do that in the two being na say ni pa no e be you ni pa no that and na be tie bontenia but that's over is say in the new for na say commander and na say second in command and na say telephone mo bia what is that information and na say what is some the danioma or make me after and seven of so na mo ko ko say police for you ma what information and na say what the my mom for the December of one and I'm from just every year. Number what they are some are very the men cop man to not want to make us and to be a virtue and to be just and not information now. We are now one kata and we knew every amount for.
Okay. On any more ye better say. I was afraid you have more hine amponsa and wabre updates ewo hono. Ako afijo time.
Enti na ma no egu onimonyamfo kodwo opon kroma sentrofo nhemu se de ya wonum eye no na katafa to so miensa na meto aso e de afiri ho a asem ni nyina ne se aso ye ehwe sikasem so no oche se wo bo adwumakuo bi pa se wo munye hwehwemu mfa ma wo mo enkrofo bi e wo ho a esefata se wo magyapade ana eka bi o mo de ye kokogye ketasehye ne proye ene nkekan wa bi a wo maye e wo aso ye ehwe sikasem so ho no eti wo mo bo se adwumakuo yi pa se wo mo enhwe na wo ma wo mo toto enioma eno achi se bia sika bia akodi obi ho esese wo mo gye ne sa ne o manyina wo mo yiye wi a na fe nhyehyɛ papa wo betimi dia agu akwan mu asa wo hawo no ebi nsi bio na sika ekopie mu no 1 million na sa 1 million yi na akwakofa asem yi de aba auditor general ne hwehwemu no wo che se sa hwehwemu no a waye no wo hu ne se sa adwumakuo no kra no wo ma anya adwuma bi ama asoeye a wonom ehwe sikasem so na ye crawl associate na ekoba sei no ena onimonyamfo kodwo opon kroma kire sei se auditor general ye ne hwehwemu wie a eya anamontuo bi wo ho a se de mra no ese no e wo se wotuo na wanfa sa akwan ne so enti wanfa sa akwan ne so ena odimirika chente aba abonten aba beka se ai aso ye hwe sikasem so ekoba sa no wom ne sa akrofo no se de esi ye wo ma anya adwuma ni ye adwuma no kro wo ma anya adwuma bi ese ye de sa 1 million sika no e de ma wo mo eno no onimonyamfo kodwo opon kroma kire se de bi wo mututu mempamirika wo ya wo hwehwemu wie a na de aba beto emrahye bedwam eno krampo no wo de koma senior minister ntu eno mo che se o mo yi krata kra e kire se senior minister e troye se nyame adomo a o mbeba be yi ensem na no nenso so auditor general wa nya abotre antwen ama aswe ye hwe sikasam so amekirem na nka o kirem wie ya na nka wo kan se ai de wunkirem no ensuo bi anim enyina yie na ne wo beka no aka na so atutu mampamirika dodo enti se de ade ne se aye no o de report no kotom rahye bedwam se de mra ne se na Ministry of Finance, womo beba abeyi wonu ma no.
Yanko page 16 Daily Graphic. Families are free to seek second opinion on DNA results, acting IGP. The acting Inspector General of Police, Mr. James Opombuenu, has said the police administration will not object to an independent DNA test on the skeletal remains found in a suspect in Takoradi in the Western region. He said the police could not prevent the families from seeking a second opinion on the DNA test conducted by doctors on the skeletal remains. In an interview with the Daily Graphic in Accra yesterday, he said the docket on the case was being prepared for submission to the Attorney General's office for further action. Mr. Buenu therefore appealed to the public not to do anything that would mar or hamper the proper prosecution of all the suspects involved in the heinous crime of kidnapping and killing the 4 girls in Takoradi. And then still on page 16, voters register exhibition extension fails to improve patronage. The directive given by the EC for the voters register exhibition exercise to be extended has not made much impact, as many polling stations still record low patronage. The exercise, which ends tomorrow after it had been extended from the September 17 closing date following reports of low patronage when it started on Tuesday, September 10, is intended to enable registered voters estimated at about 17 million to verify and authenticate their details, and also help clean up the electoral list by removing the names of dead persons ahead of the December referendum on the participation of political parties in district-level elections. However, the situation has not changed, as many polling stations visited across the country and in Accra in particular are still recording low patronage, with many exhibition officials left with little to do at their centers. Wako check your dear. Wako check your dear.
Debbie.
We are stubborn. Me too. Me are stubborn.
So I was going to check here.
Debbie. But me na my imagine say enkane me kwa.
Na my police station by police station. Oh, me chira ya. I want to talk about.
Okay. Pese obenanti. Democracy is not cheap.
Say
Fakana.
Breno. Search na no mbewie.
Yes.
Ene ya wada jochina.
Enye ene saying.
Ombewie fiada.
Okay, which will end tomorrow.
Ti ya mpacho wi akokoye why.
Oh, me ko akoye.
O kwa frɛ me.
Na baby ameko no na oko.
The people frɛ me ana say akai me.
Yeah go.
Nti kai me ana che me so me akɔ.
Me ye omamba pa adwuma.
Yes.
Man kokra me frɛ o se kɔ.
Eh.
Ah.
Ene ye say wo nkɔ no.
Do meko. Meko ne ya.
Okay. Yes. Okɔ ameko. Enti ene yemfa voters register ne de no exhibition no yemfa eno emra. Na Ochester na watchi mu yesi mu na watchi mpo awie ya na battle commission Adekye Epia Abonten se wo mu ahwedin abra wo mu komu no ye bie abato nwoma no de ato se obi ankɔhwɛ se ne di ewo mu anyame adoma December ye beto referendum eno no ye kwani akɔ kwa adu kokrom otiti so ye yes house yes ye no a usi no obi bisa se na de ne yekoto ho aba ye se ye makwan ma amanyofo ne fo omo mforefore aba ya na ye to no wo district level se bia ye koyi DC abanka chepanyini bi ana se bia koyi assembly members a anka be ya ye nhwe na amanyofo mfo omo hunyim ne nyina amanyofo omo hunyim koba se bia aban bi betema so a wono na ofiri ni pem eyi abanka chepanyimfo etina ye kwakọ ye nyina ye koka ana ye kodwene ho se ye nto aba no ne yenka yes se ane ya ma amanyofo no mfo omo hunyim enti se bia ba mansini bia na manyoni de ne ho agim ana se beka se uhwe DC ye wo hoi de wo ye NDC ni DC ye wo hoi wo ye MPP ni DC ye wo hoi wo ye CPP ni ana assembly member we wo ye CPP ni aha eno na ye kɔ ne akoto ho aba enti na wo se ye bia abato nwoma ne muto ho se de be ya omanfo betimi akono makɔhwɛ se wonum edin ewo mu ana enye no nko a eno achi se ekoba se bia wo ne obi tifie ubusuani wo ba a woto aba ana se wo nana bi a woto aba wo fa ase bi woto aba enipa no wafrim wato ananano wonse do a eno so na wakɔ na wakoka champion no matwa ne din de afrimu ne nyina na ye de pepam ne ye de wohurum na emu atimi ada ho ye koto aba no a eno na abato komisa eche se sa bre no a ofiti ase de to ho se o manfo nko no omo hwedin ya na o manfo nko eti enam so e ma omo tire mu omo de bre ne bi ka omo de nafu amakoma nan a ebe so nyame adom ochina efie e na omo de to ho se nke be ya nko manfo nko na wo mo nso enkohwe omo din na enso omo still omanfo nko ena omo akwakotena no electoral officers no omo kotena ho sa efra no pa omo didi a na omo te ho omo no musuo na omo te ho omo nya adwuma bia esanso omanfo nko mpo ena omo ya adwuma no sede wo mo epese oye no nti wode ho asem e de abakata fa etoso edu ensia kata fa etoso du ensia ho ana migina wode yera James Opon Buanu ono eye posi sahene a wo hwe kire wode nimfo nyini abeto ha na asem a wo ka de na ewu hu se wono nimfo nyini boho ana mama tiwa adodanka mfo nyini ebo ba bia na ye katakra de maya no na eno wo che se acting inspector general of police IGP owura James Opon Buanu eno wo che se de abusua na ye nsentwerefo hyiamu no mo che se an sa nankese a wo mo kotutu ana wo mo koyiyi e de free sa amna donko nim no wo mo nyini se ye wo mo ma no e na awuo ti se aposifo kan ai se wo mo gidie no ehihim e wo aposifo fa etu wo mo ankasa pese wo mo kɔ no wo mo kokoye wo mo DNA no wo mo hu sampa ye wo mo ma na na e na wo mo kɔ akoye nso wo mo mpa aposifo de wo mo pɛ wo de wo mo ankasa bi a doctor fo betimi aye hwehwemu no mo ache se mo miemfa nkɔ ha mo miemfa nkɔ ha e na yera Opon Buanu si oh we ye nsi mo kwan ye ntimi nyi sa de ne mfiri mo betimi aye e kwan ne de ye bie pono no e de amamo na emom ye srada se de ye pese ye si ehwe ne de asem ne ko gina court ma emra eye adwuma no ye hwese mo obi antwintwa ya na mu mo obi a mesi kwan na ba bi emra no eda no ye mfanto enti katafa etoso edu ensia no de ewo ho no yeah
and the wo back page so any local stake over Kediak affordable housing it's been abandoned for 10 years. Local basket weavers and maize dealers have taken over the abandoned affordable housing project at Efiduase near Koforidua in the eastern region. Efiduase. Thank you. The state-funded project was meant to reduce the housing deficit and provide affordable and accessible houses for low-income earners. However, it has remained abandoned since 2008, and the local people have taken advantage to use it for the businesses, while the basket weavers are using the uncompleted housing facilities as their workplace and stores. Some maize dealers have also converted parts of the structures into warehouses, and two UEW campuses merged into university. Two campuses of the University of Education, Winneba, have been merged into the National University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development, NASTED. The campuses, the Kumasi College of Technology of Education or Technology Education and the Mampong Agricultural College will form the nucleus of the entire new university. The Minister of Education, Dr. Matthew Poku-Prempeh, told Daily Graphic in Accra last Tuesday that the mandate of the university would be to train teachers to feed the technical and vocational education and training TVET service.
Where actually had the Daily Graphic. Now, actually, Hona or Chess, Siseo Okufo, baby, a fraud, if you just say, papa. Affordable housing, Yafim Pinuni and Watche, I will fit a CSM will see. And yet, said the ya air canon. Bakudo who said, and no yade, and Nadia Juan, Egusia Piles, and yet Nadia Guso. And I who said Dinah could be up here in for you, Shakona ho, baby. I no, ya bosso. Nanso so unhunu entokua bia unhunu epono bia ewo na eno no oche se wo ma nwene kenten ewo afidwase a no okofodua ene ne mpotamu ho no eho na sesei wo mo ebe o mo sesen eho na wo mo nwene nkenten no eho ene bi nwene nkenten na wo de guo eti se bia kwan ho na wo ba beton no okosesa na wo de kwan ho a oba enwumra no asan de akwa koguo eti o man ne se warehouse enye o mo nko a wo mo ton aburo eho no mo de aye warehouse a wo mo de aburo no mukotwa frefo mba no mo de aba beguo eho ne bi hata no eho ne bi tutu no eho ne bi hye edigu kenten mu se bi o mo de bankan na so mo de ko ba bia eho eno mo di wo mo dwuma enti se ye kan finhie adunie na se ya ye we yesi wo abra obi anko ho a eche asefem ama eno wode ho asem de aba ewo Daily Graphic mu anopen ase asei eno se campus mienu a eno ewo University of Education Winneba cheso ma chiche masantem de ne mamponde no wo mo aka bom ama no eba be ye university baako nti ebeye National University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development NASTED said ya eka no na wachese campus Kumasi College of Technical Education and Amampong Agricultural College and omo aka abomu. Dr. Matthew Poku-Prempeh tafrene na po oswafo a o hye enwomesua so and wode eto Daily Graphic enim na na obnada ni nyina ne say university no ebema achechefo entity ye na womo ahwe technical and vocational education and training TVET womo adwumadie mu kenkan ba fom ho ebesi a wo se we na aban ahwe se ode ebeboa ama yetimi afidi esukufo no.
Okay.
Yeah,
for Daily Guide, Naimra page 6, PPA boss wants public hearing. The suspended Chief Executive Officer of the Public Procurement Authority, Ajenim Boatineji, has asked the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice Trial to turn investigation of allegations of conflict of interest leveled against him into a public hearing. ABAJ was reported to the Shrine by President Akufo-Addo following a documentary titled Contracts for Sale, which was put together by investigative journalist Manasseh Azure Awini, highlighting alleged procurement misconduct which has sparked heated debate. In the Contract for Sale expose, it claimed, among other things, that Talent Discovery Limited, a company incorporated in June 2017, and that has links with the PPA board, won a number of government contracts through restrictive tendering. The documentary also alleged that TDL was engaged in the sale of contracts it won. But now the man is asking for Shraj to make every hearing public. week. 5 Yemenis arrested over breaches. 5 Yemeni nationals are being held by the Ghana Immigration Service over immigration-related issues such as possessing multiple passports and living in the country without authority. One of those arrested is a lady who goes by the name Amina Yusuf Ismail. The ringleader Mohammed Old Ibrahim, also a Yemeni, is on the run and is being sought by the security agents. He holds multiple passports, including that of Chad, Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, Niger, Iraq, and is even believed to hold a Ghanaian passport as well. Besides, he is said to be involved in a high-profile terrorist activities. When the Daily Guide inquired from some personnel at the GIS headquarters on Tuesday, they were not in a position to either confirm or deny the story. So Mohammed Old Ibrahim was the subject of concern to a Lebanese family who lives at North Legon, Accra. He has been accused of allegedly raping a minor from the Lebanese family a few years ago. Don't discourage education minister, still on page 6 of the Daily Guide this morning. The NPP national organizer Samir Oku says education minister Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, aka Napo, is working hard to ensure the success of the free senior high school policy and must not be discouraged. He said Napo had been able to surmount the challenges in the computerized school selection and placement system so that the free SHS policy could be made better. Said that there were so many individuals and groups, especially the opposition NDC, who are praying for the minister to fail on the free SHS policy, but said the minister is determined to put critics and propagandists to sleep.
Where the media katafa toso ensia wo Daily Guide mu ensem no wo ho nyina e na making kan timi ni baako na mi fiti ase ana Chief Executive Officer Oda Public Procurement Authority PPA yese one tranchen ya suspend no ni anya hwehwemu ni nyina eye Manase Azure ni hwehwemu okoye contracts for sale expose na wo yiye no na sabre yi wopanyin Shiraja tonsa de afre no wo so okọ na Shiraje fo toto na no ebisebisa no na afei wo yiyi nsem bi ano na asem ye ba ye yi a Shiraje tonsa de frɛ no no na opanyin lawyer fo atro de akwa Shiraje omo ka atro mo se Shiraje fo madawroma ye hia se ensem no ene se de amusi ba be ka no no monkama omanfo nyina ente etisi e ka say ye TV so anka be ya yema camera mesi ho na omanfo nyina hwe ne live de ekoso no esan se Ghana mamra no e makwan sa so obekọ na wakọ akwakọ bisa na aloyafo na asem mo kan nyina ne se asem no e ba ye no sa expose no e be da adwa e mo omanfo nyina hu ye etiwe ye tie simple and short eno an se ye mfamra na omanfo nso hunu nti ye toto na no omanfo ehwe PPA boss yi kire se wono nyame bedi ne ho afofie sansen sam ne kwadu a ide aboni nyina ne bia ni wa eye nokre enti nka omanfo etena se no mutie se de ensembisa anase ko san ye bebisa no obeyiyi ya no en adanse die ne ekeka ka ho ni nyina ebeba omanfo nyina behu fidi gadochia no wo hu se ampa wo mo atiase ye amoma hu ni ye sansen na asem ne ba ye kra no eda abonten enti sa pepepe no pe no ama eno no wo matro krata e de akwakoma Shiraj se de Ghana mampanyi e dane asem no e de ma Shiraj no krata fa su ensia wa e na medasu ejina na wo chese Yemen ade hye e makomako enum e na sabre yi a ye kasa die Ghana Immigration Service for wo mo aso wo pa achi saa nipa numi wo mo bone a wo ma ye ene se wo mo te o man mu abro mu ni nkrata na ye ma wo mo ho kwan a wo mo ede te o man mu enu achi wono mo passport ya ema kwan ema mo mpo edi tu kwan no enye baako na guta se bia ye Yemen ye wo so kuta Yemen passport o ye Ghana ni a wo so ye ukuta Ghana ni passport nenso wo mo kuta passport ahodo na abrante baako kra na no wo mo de ne bada obokra ta mu nenso wo sanka wasem eye Mohammed Old Ibrahim wo chese wo ye Yemen ni de hye a wa ye bone etia eye Lebanese abusuan bi wato akwada wo sha mona ente no wo de aba afi wo mususu se wokuta multiple passports passport no okuta Chad de okuta Mali de okuta Cote d'Ivoire de Niger de na afi Iraq na mususu kra se Ghana de kura no ebia okuta bi ama eno wo de ho asem de aba ewo ahase na de amedi wie samia uku asem a waka wo de samia uku mfonyini abetu de bokrata yi mu na asem a woka nyina ne se mon hye osoafo a ohwe nwumasua mon hye ne nkran na adwuma na wo ye no wontimi nya ne mo esanse wa ya de papa wo che se wo yire ne ho ye de obetimi bia na no placement ye ba ye pressure ba ye wo ye de obetimi bia se de be ya enuoma betimi akọ enkan na atie se de ya kan na se de eho adwo ehwadwo nti wayire no ho aye adwuma na eno na Samia Wuku wono ena ye MPP amanyokuo no national organizer wo mo domfrefo wo kire se nipa bi ti se NDC fo hwe ni mu senka enuoma nyina beje nsrepe na wo mo de aye propaganda na wo maka ho asem na ase wantimi anye nso waye ade enti ye mpene no na ye nhye ni nkuran ama eno wo de ho asem aba daily guide katafa to so ensia
ehwadwo se independence square wo na no dwada no ye ne bi mu collapse no na so se awofo anya wa akoma so ade se school a wo mo mepe no wo manya se boarding na wo mo pe no na wo mo anya no ene de minim
ene de wunim da bi enya no kra na meka
se awofo no bebe ho no mo awofo no bebe ho no mo ade tie ne se GS no kra kan se bi wa no mo pese school no yesesa no enti no mo wo ho no ko se bi wa ne aya akwala ni day na be bi ofi no
obi o so kra ne subject a o ka se o pe no nye no no mo de
ma no
eno de nye no na meka o
ye ka kire wo mo se ye ka se ho adwo amema enye wo mo de se ho adwo enti wo mo ite no no betimi ahwa ye hu bibia mo nye ma wo mo na kwada na wo mo tifie na wo mo su bu wo mo ye mo edoso Agosha Yemra page 3 of the daily guide. Enye busuane nko na epeso ye DNA test ne foforo. Onim di fobi nso akasa se kosa bebre wo ho aisese ebisa. Page 3 of the daily guide, one of the topmost pathologists in the country, Professor Emmanuel Ajimabedu Akosa, has raised red flags about the Ghana Police Service DNA report confirming the deaths of the 4 missing girls in Takoradi in the Western region. He said, the DNA results, as announced on Monday night by the acting IGP James Opon Bueno, should not be taken hook, line, sinker. Quote, I believe sincerely that this forensic evidence should be subjected to a more experienced opinion. Disjointed staff. Reacting to the report, Professor Akosa, who is a former Director General of the Ghana Health Service, said, I do not know the forensic scientists who performed this test, but I believe that there are so many disjointed things in this discussion that I want a second opinion on this report. That is the only thing that will tie the ends of the case. Clearly, these girls were abducted on different dates, as far as I am concerned. Even if it was the same team doing the work, it tells us there is virtually no proper police investigation in this country. I find it a little disconcerting, especially that people could be abducted from different sites, and at one point, all the evidence points to the fact that they were in Nigeria. And at another, they were all brought to one place. As far as I am concerned, I will not rest to begin to think that at the end of the day, we have all this evidence, including the most important evidence at the fore now, which is the DNA evidence from the body parts of these girls. I think more needs to be done, the veteran pathologist said.
Yeah.
Now, second suspect in Otumfor's chief murder detained, Sadat Mohammed, aka Alhaji Omalam, the prime suspect in the murder of Otumfor's Asampon Ohene Bakwejo Afodio, is in the grip of the police in Kumasi. He was apprehended in Burkina Faso following collaboration between police from Kumasi and security agents Interpol in Burkina Faso on Monday. He was eventually brought to the Ashanti Regional Police Command in Kumasi at dawn yesterday.
Yo. We daily guide katafa so miensa na mede eba. Na opanyin baako a ye ka obi oye pathologist opapai na ohunu enipa na kwa no bia wo ha obi asie hunu bibisa na se nyoma etete sa no a ono Professor Emmanuel Ajimabedu Akosa. Na opanyin akasa ye ne nsɛm a waka no nkrofo bebrebe ka san aye we nsɛmisa ne ensu ye bisa entisan na siti ana na emu nkyeremu nie opanyin kyerɛ sɛ sɛ de esi aye no DNA report no empanimfo mfa nto dwa wo mfa meto dwa na obi ankenkan no mu hunu ade potee wom de tuamu na nka akoma toyemu emra enye no nko a opanyi kire se senka se de abusuafo no ka se omu hia second opinion nka obi foforo na omu pese adwumako foforo enye hwehwemu no ono so dwene saa esan se opanyi kire mu na o ka se ono de onim ene de Ghanafo nyina anim ne se emaya a nanka enka na omya miensa se so omaye nan ye chi obia wo baabi soronko ya nche omu nyina mmom etisi ye chi we wa ha ye chi we wa ha ye chi we wa ha ye chi we ha baabi a ye chi nipa ne free ni nyina no ye betimi akeka nneoma ba ko mienu bi ede abom afa ye te ye se de emaya na ye de omko Nigeria afa ye hu ya ne asa de omo free Nigeria asa de omo ba Ghana afa ye hu ya ne se ye ku omo ye kokko hu ye na omo no mpani nyina agu baabi ba ko we mu nyina ye nsemmisa bi e wo se empanimfo ehwehwe ni yie na no o chese se anhwe yi a na wo ya aka ne se enhwehwemu papa bi anhwe da nkoso o Ghana ha sa asem bi esia eno ne kobasa etwetwe aso kakra ento opanyi se kopem se wono obetensam ase de wogidi se anka yetimi san ye nhwehwemu nu ebiewu a eno na ebetimi ama sa asem wei eto ebetimi atwa enti Professor Ajiman Bedu Akosa ono so na adwen kakra wakere e won nsem ni mu eno no mienu
ase ho na
aha ka ase ho de no yes we asem we de kamera ya fi katafa a etoso miensa ho no na megina ase ha otumfo asampon hene ma asanteman brichie boye papa ikwasi ada wia bi na nkrofo bi eso mu fra asori mpoba na ombeto ye papa ya kekere ne nan ene ne nsa de agu na chi a yakunu ekoba asa no na etwetwe asonkrofo ohunu ye hwan afam kohwe na ye otumfo asampon hene asem we bae no na aye din yie papa na ye sankane yakuni sa kekempo ene oda ho no so ye asem foforo nanso we kra de yakunu a ya sa twegja e de ato ne car no otim lankrusa no ye de na to eche ne ye twegja atom na nche senko mu hwese ko be hye kra so amane sa ene nkofo kokko hu ye e wadwira e botamu ho na abro mu ko hu ye a asem ne ba ye no aposifo wurwura mu bisabisa mu a no mo se enipa bi e frɛ no Sadat Muhammad a dodo na frɛ no Alhaji Sadat Muhammad ofia nye ono a wei eye Sadat Muhammad ya wo Kumase a ye frɛ no Alhaji Malam
Sadat Muhammad ofia nye ono
so no ye Kumase ni boy nti ahwe ya nkrofo beka se eye ono ana se nye ono
Sadat ye wo UTV hoi na wakwa ye sa no
ha na meka so ye Kumase ni nti no
Mosizongo fo na dwen be
oh yes so ma dwen be ko ba
o ma fa te kwa kuma to ye nye ono
enti Sadat Muhammad a owo Kumase a ye frɛ na Alhaji wono ye Sadat won de Alhaji won sa ne Malam enti wono ne ye kan na apostifo kire se wo mususu se sa Sadati wono ne nipa otwato a otumfo asapo ye de tete ye ne ye ka na de obokrata no so kan ne ye ka eti sa brede ne tintini ne tietia nyina ne se ye te ye na ye so ohima bi pachi number 1 hima ase ni kunu ene eye Alhaji eye Sadat Muhammad ono na ano ne so ono ankasa de ne ho koye na Sadat Muhammad die yes o mususu se okobokina esan so ta akọ pa enti aposifo de o maso tototo fom no e no mo de o mu ani koya akọkọ hwehweye e wo bokina ho enti ekọ e no mo ne aposifo a o mo bokina e ka bo mu e no mo che ne de ne baaye enti sese de ye se enra anadwo konkon anayenka sa ahomache aha de be che nra no e no mo de ne be pie mu e wo asante mantem na pachi ma ne de ye se wo yare ye nti ye de na kwa akoto konfa no che aposifo gina ne so 24/7 a wo mo ehwe
mo waya de Romeo dru aba na na de oba okita wonsu
me do an is come dem
abranche we be ku bi o
na on special no so doso ha
na
we be heavy ha
Princess Enra one na yi so one na yi su de anya nka ohia dokunu bi ana se banku hyehye ne maku
ana se fufu
bi ne fish se won kran yi de nka ohia ne hyehye o motu
ohia komi
oni ewie be di dokunu
Ubedi ana ne wan.
One wan.
Sadat.
Na say you Sadat na ti. You ne die. Wo na wan na yi na ohia waduane nye Sadat.
Enfo bi amefra.
Say mi didi am ne Sadat na didi.
Prince say kan cho say dokun su na oda ye na ba. Studio wi anu abeji anu.
Mate.
On penitent pene bia what e no anu no. Eye pa. O ma sem ne ngwa.
No aye yi pa.
Ba unim say September ni. October, November, December, Romeo, I got 3 months. December
4 months. Say I got 3.
Hey, bra. One more my December, Sabi cry, no money, vendors, or money, or mobile jump. They think there's so many. One in the MC, one in the planner, one in baby, I am call reception, so for cry away.
Be okay. Probably.
You sorry, Ben. Okay, first of all, you will see who buy now, you go and be okay, Yanya or buy a
you know.
About.
See, Yabi.
Oh, about.
I will first say,
I some way I can be an old so nice.
Would a man who was so so what you docket to move walk. Say, I hope you say,
oh, that was it. One more that would be, you know, baby.
Oh, sir.
Footballers, yes.
Both so bad, pan, a boy, I want to blast $100, Zibia, mammy. Eh, Romeo, when your barney be?
Oh, Obio, problem no.
Sir, market links now closed. Romeo is seriously attached.
Obia away.
Okay.
Obia
away.
Don't make quite that no. Don't make me me away. And come here around come me away to ya Hey Romeo. Don't make pass on your way. Me away. Me away. Prince we away na. Prince to see there be o tete wan na away.
On the obisi the pan.
And also see obi away. Ahwan mo no ni obi
away. Robert away. Randy away obi away.
We mu ayenya ready for yi. Ene Romeo ade ya amaso. Prince person to case ma o.
Oh Prince.
What do you think about the suggestion no?
Oh, enu da ye
Mama nyinto mo. Kanu so beboa o ni e bie phone lines. Wa wo ya aware no frɛ ni ehu.
Eh.
So da sa suggest me dey empe.
Ompe. Wa wo ni mo ho ne so.
Me ma me aware.
Okay, good.
Eno de.
And you are friend ma ye ne ne nkasa.
Eno no so ma me aware.
Ono no ne hwan. Na Romeo say wanya akasa wo ye seriously attack nya kokoduro boni din e. Kaya be ya ne de.
Say wo boni din.
Oh, da bia nwuma de tini ra no. Enwuma de tini ra no.
Hey, is there?
Bro, Romeo.
Oh, problem you ho.
Bro, yako ate. Oh.
But you do the first person in my kind of an anno pass the cano and call Emma this way chocolate to drink us you do here no and any would so she sounds so specialized and especially